What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy Kenny Man. I'm back one time for your mind. All right, people. I guess your girl Whoopi Goldberg got a wake up call. She got a wake up call. She finally got that nigga call, and I want to put some things out here. What up, Booker? I want to put something out here real quick. Listen, people. This ain't even about Whoopi Goldberg saying what she's saying, because she tried to be politically correct on that all lives matter bullshit, and she got checked. I need to tell black people this. If you want to get you some money, want to start hanging around them white folks like that, and then get comfortable. It's like white people. White people get comfortable around black people, and they start using language, and they start being a part of our culture, get you comfortable in our culture, and they start saying some shit they ain't got no business saying. Same thing with Whoopi Goldberg. Listen, if you ain't gonna be factual about what the Holocaust was, you shouldn't be running your damn mouth, Whoopi Goldberg. She tried to listen, technically, if she was trying to make the example of basically saying that that wasn't no bird, that was a OG. What up, OG? No, that wasn't no bird, that was a orange soda. And I'm actually out here cheating and shit. I'm supposed to be drinking all them sodas and shit. But if you're going to talk, if she would have just said, listen, which a lot of black people don't have the balls and the galls to say, all she had to do, say, hey, look, Hitler and all them, even the people that that Hitler murdered and killed and enslaved and all the shit that he did, right? They all was Jewish, as far as religion wise. They all was, like if you look at Jews now, right? From the Holocaust, even a lot of them, just a lot of Jews, people need to understand being Jewish is not a race. People keep failing to realize that. See, and the problem is that we got brainwashed in this country thinking that bullshit. That is not true. Do not allow these come on, man, you gonna turn? What the fuck you gonna do, bitch? Damn. Hey, I know one motherfucking thing. Don't be beeping no horn at me, bitch. You see the traffic? These bitches crazy. I swear to God. Not mine, man. Go ahead and try to get around. Go ahead and try to get around people and shit. Go ahead and fuck your car up, you dumbasses. Get in an accident. I don't wish bad on people, but go ahead. Look, hey, people, I'm going through a motherfucking around in the neighborhood and shit. That's the first time I seen the Trump flag, nigga. And it ain't in my community, but it's a little up from my community. Motherfucker brave, ain't they? Black people just sitting out here. Yeah, okay. Let a Trump flag be in our motherfucking yard and see what happens. I mean, in our neighborhood and see what happens. These bitches is bold. Trump 2020. These bitches crazy. Anyway, anytime I see, listen, I'm gonna tell you Trump supporters just like this. Anytime I see a Trump supporter flag in y'all motherfucking in y'all yard, y'all like y'all had the American flag up, because that's basically what this motherfucker got. Oh, stupid racist bitch. Listen, if I see any of them, all I see is a Nazi flag, a Confederate flag, however you want to look at it. That's all I see when you wave them Trump flags, plain and simple. But anyway, because you bitches is racist, and you're a bunch of neo-Nazis. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, You know, we play this game in America where people don't tell the truth. This is why it's bad that these kids and even some of these adults don't educate themselves. Go ahead. I mean, you in the rush and shit. I mean, you going right there. I hope you fuck your car up, miss. Oh, young stupid ass. Dumbass, goddamn skinhead. Cut half her damn hair off, looking like a hot damn mess with red hair. White people, man. Some of these white people get on my damn nerves. And some of you niggers. Fuckers get on my nerves, man. But anyway, so this is why we need to educate these children, no matter what color skin they are. They need to be educated about history. What happens is that when people brainwash people and give people misinformation in this country, this is what happens. You get the Whoopi Goldbergs of the world saying shit that she ain't got no business saying. Stay out of. Listen, I understand we're gonna have conversations, but be respectful of other people's race or tragedies. You get what I mean? That's the problem with people. Everybody act like they got a motherfucking opinion. And you just stay out of certain shit. It ain't your business. Listen, but in this country, people keep failing to realize. Even some white folks, even some of these, I don't think some of these Jewish people don't think that. But being Jewish is not a race. It's not a race. It's a religion. Okay, those people, what happened to them was sad and fucked up. That happened over there in Germany. Listen, Hitler, all of them are just different Europeans. They all Europeans. At the end of the day, they're just a different type of European. That's it. They are not. The race is not Jewish is not a race. It's a religion, and I need people to fucking realize that. That's like people be sitting out here talking about, oh, they Muslim. It's being Muslim is a religion. That's not a fucking race. It's a religion. Like people need to if people educate themselves and stop ignoring facts, even if it hurts your race. Like if it's something bad about your race, accept that shit. Stop acting like your race has got to be pure. That's that white supremacy shit. I keep telling people that. Everybody want to be the dominant race. Everybody want to act like their race is better than everybody else's race. Like, speak on the bad shit about your race and accept it and try to be better. Raise your kids better, your grandkids better, your people better. You just be out here just saying nonsense. But anyway, but Whoopi Goldberg got her motherfucking nigga called. That's all that is. You watch your mouth. Don't be talking about them Europeans, because they not. I mean, listen, they call themselves Jews all they want. Okay, Jews is a religion, but anyway, call them Jews just out of the respect. Stop fucking around with them Jewish people religion over there, especially when it comes to the Holocaust. Leave that shit alone. And ain't none of our business. You talk about black people. It's Black History Month. Fuck, we talking about Jewish people for? And there's no disrespect to the Jewish people, but this is our month. Fuck, they got to do with our shit. See, listen. But Whoopi Goldberg been bug dancing and cooning for a long ass time, people. She finally got that nigga call. She sat out here many years ago defending Ted Danson. I think that's his name, the dude from Cheers. If anybody I know is a little old school, that was like a 90s sitcom. And he's one of the main stars on Cheers. One of my favorite fucking shows too. One of my favorite TV shows back in the day. Cheers, that was my shit. And she was fucking with that dude, Ted. I think it's Ted Danson or something like that. I forgot his last name. I think she was fucking with him, or she was married to him, or one of them. But I know she was fucking with him, or she could have been married with him. She could have been married to him. But she they did a roast and shit. This motherfucker came straight out in the 90s. This happened in the 90s. This ain't no shit that happened in the 80s or the 70s or the 60s or the 50s or some shit. This shit happened in the 90s. This motherfucker came out on a roast and straight up blackface, nigga. Whoopi Goldberg sat there, laughed and giggled and all types of fuckery shit. Okay? And then she went on a motherfucking apology tour. This piece of shit, Ted Danson from Cheers. He decided, though, it was funny for him. He got comfortable being with this black woman, this dark chocolate black woman. Thought it was okay to walk around in blackface. And when he got ridiculed, but she took her black ass out there and defended that. Was making all types of excuses for him and shit. Let him apologize. Fuck, you got to be out there on apology tour for him. So that's one shit, right? Then she was the same person out here defending Mel Gibson for all his racist ass comments. So she's an apologist for white people that she know for making racist comments or doing racist shit. So, like, Whoopi Goldberg been buck dancing and cooning for a long ass time. Black people have been giving her a motherfucking pass for a long ass time because she said, you know what I mean? Because people got I had a lot of respect for Whoopi Goldberg, but you know, when you're young, you don't know so much. But when you get older and you start to see how these people out here shucking and jiving, selling their soul and shit like that, you see them. And Whoopi Goldberg, listen, I ain't saying Whoopi Goldberg ain't been fucking with no black men. She probably didn't got dick down here and there, but black men don't want her ugly ass. Like, I'm being dead serious. Whoopi Goldberg probably got some good pussy because ain't no black dudes probably out there trying to get with Whoopi Goldberg. Okay? So Whoopi Goldberg got to Hollywood and act a motherfucking fool. Sold her soul, got her some motherfucking white jingling. Okay? I'm sorry, some white dingaling. And she out there lost her damn mind. And so she been out here for the last 2-3 decades buck dancing. And then she finally got her motherfucking nigga call. Let her know, because she tried to make the comment of basically saying, oh, the Holocaust wasn't about race and all that other shit. Like, it's not necessarily how can I put this? I ain't even mad at the comment. I'm just like, it's not true. It was about racism because they was trying to spread all that Hitler was trying to spread all that shit around. He was trying to dictate the world, nigga. Hitler wasn't no regular dictator. He wasn't no regular white supremacist leader, okay? He wasn't a regular racist, nigga. This motherfucker was trying to take over the world, okay? And anybody got in his way of the mission of white supremacy, he would kill them. He would go to war. He didn't give a fuck. He was planning on taking over go through countries and take that bitch over. That's what he was trying to do. The one thing about Hitler, he wasn't a stupid motherfucker. Okay? Hitler was about that life. He was about that white supremacy life, nigga. He wasn't no idiot. He was smart as fuck. He educated himself to be a racist, a full blood out. He wanted to dictate the world, nigga. He thought he was Jesus for real. He wanted to be Jesus for real, nigga. Whoopi Goldberg just should have stayed in her motherfucking lane. Stop getting out there with them white folks and getting comfortable. At the end of the day, that's why I be telling black people, like, listen, man, stay in your lane. Stop trying to open up to everybody. Like, listen, in this country, if we in 2022, look at all the races and all the disrespect that they give to black people in this country. And motherfuckers are still running around with this Rodney King mindset. Can we all get along bullshit? Like, nah, fuck that. No, I don't get along with racists, nigga. Sorry. And if you defend or you ignore racism, then you are a racist to me. That's why I don't know why it's so hard for these people to comprehend. Somehow black folks, it's hard for them to comprehend that we are the most mistreated race in this country. We have been for generations now. And the shit we thought we was making progress about 10 years ago or some shit like that, maybe, right? Because they so-called gave us a black president. More black people voted for Barack Obama than any other president, other than probably Biden. I think we was out in full force to vote for Biden. I wasn't one of them, but I'm just saying. But and that was because Trump was out this bitch trying to be a dictator. They don't mind him being a racist, but goddamn, you trying to take over the country. They like, oh. Even suburban white mothers like, hold on, this motherfucker tripping. We like the racism, but hold on, you going too far. But anyway, you know, she just got a nigga call, people. I mean, it ain't that big of a deal and shit like that. I mean, the big deal about it, she shouldn't have got suspended because she just didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. She tried to do that all lives matter bullshit, that Rodney King shit, can we all get along bullshit, and that shit didn't work. She tried to say the Holocaust wasn't about racism and all that other fuck shit. And, you know, that's not necessarily true. The shit, because Jewish people are not a race, so it was about religion. It was mainly about religion, and it was about Hitler just basically wanting to take over the fucking world. And he was a dictator. He progressed to being a fucking, you know, taking over that country the way he did. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's all about all that. She just tried to exclude racism out of it. You get what I'm saying? And it was wrong for her to do that, and it's not true. So I believe, put like this, listen. Sometimes these coons and shit, they get out of pocket and they get comfortable around these white folks like that, so they start talking out their ass. They start trying to act like they all one with these white people. Listen, you black first. I don't know why black people don't get that shit. We are all black. We are all fucking black. We black first. Stop trying to act like we are part of this society like that. Listen, we just live in this bitch and trying to survive and trying to maintain the little bit that we do have, that our ancestors did fight for. That's it. And trying to progress so our kids and their kids won't go through the shit that we've been through and our ancestors been through. That's all we basically here for. I'm 40 years old, man. I'm not trying to sit out here and make new white friends and shit like that and conversate with racist white people and shit about what's the name? Sit out here try to explain blackness and what black people going through in this country to racist white people. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. That's not my motive. My motive, my thing is to try to reach the little young white kids before their parents. A lot of their parents fuck these kids' mind up, and society fuck these kids' mind up, and get to our young kids, our young folks, and and they all races, all the young kids. You know what I mean? Trying to not get them so they won't be brainwashed by this fucked up ass society and how this world, you know what I mean, and explain the world to them and explain how this country, how it works. I'm not sitting here trying to talk to no 65-year-old old ass black coon sellout ass bitch like Oprah Winfrey and motherfucking Whoopi Goldberg and Gail and like, fuck them bitches. They listen, nigga, they chose a side. They want to be all lives matter. Let them be all lives matter. They get their judgment day just like hopefully they get their nigga call. Like nobody trying to. I ain't got time for sitting down with old ass white people trying to convince them, some old white people or some white people, period, that's fucking racist. I'm not. Fuck am I trying to explain certain shit to you for? If you don't know now, what the fuck can I tell you? You don't like black people. Why would I be trying to sit here and convince people to like black people? Fuck out of here. How can I convince some of these racist white folks to not disrespect these black children and not turn their children into racists. Like, listen, man. Nobody got time for that shit. And Whoopi Goldberg does what all the coons does. All the coons sit out here, act like they all lives matter. We all one. We all American. Listen, I was born in America. I thought the ambulance needed to get through, but they took another route. But you know, we can't listen, man. Only problem I had is that they suspended her. They shouldn't have suspended her. She didn't say nothing that was insult. Listen, anybody can get insulted about anything, but is it malicious? Like if she was trying to really hurt somebody by saying that, I think that she just misspoke, or she knew what she was trying to say, but she couldn't say it in the correct way because she was saying it the way she was saying it because she was on some fuck shit. She was trying to do this all lives matter shit, and that shit don't work when listen. White people don't even get away with that all lives matter shit with black folks. Black folks, real black folks ain't trying to hear that shit. All lives matter. I don't live in that. I always tell people that all lives matter shit. I don't live in that reality. That reality doesn't make any sense to me. All lives don't matter in this country, and I need people to stop trying to pretend that the shit does. It just doesn't. All lives matter. All lives don't matter in this fucking country. It is just a fact, and people keep sitting there playing around, pretending that all lives matter. It doesn't. You out here. You basically, truthfully, my honest opinion, people out here basically wishing that all lives matter. And then you got some people out here that are a bunch of fucking racists that's only saying that to insult black people. That's all that is about. So I never understand when these people be sitting out here talking about all lives matter. None of that shit is factual. None of that shit makes any goddamn sense. None of that shit is productive. Believe it or not. None of that shit is productive. All that shit is a bunch of I wish and fucked up reality that people trying to live in because they don't want to deal with the truth anymore, or they ain't got old and they ain't got no more fight in them. You know what I mean? And that's okay, but don't sit here and try to fool people with that bullshit. All lives matter. All lives matter, people. You keep living in that fucked up ass reality. That shit doesn't exist. Listen, I wish a lot of shit. I wish in this country that all lives matter, but it doesn't. And so if you keep on sitting out here pretending that all lives matter, you're on your goddamn own. Nobody lives in that fucked up reality. That's not a reality for me. I done seen the worst of how America treats their own. So, I done seen how some of these white folks treat black people. I don't live in that fucking type of stupid ass reality that people live in. It's a weird ass reality that people come out here and be wishing some shit. Listen, we wish all the time. I wish a lot of shit, but it's not reality. Wishing is not reality. You get what I'm saying? And Whoopi Goldberg out here wishing a star, wishing we say, well, we all Americans. You could keep telling yourself that all the time. We listen, it's a fact that we all Americans, but that don't mean that people see us mainly black folks I'm talking about. I'm not talking about other races. That got nothing to do with me. But we know as black people, yeah, I'm black first before I'm American. America being in America, being born in America, that's some shit that's way down on my list. Okay. Hopefully I go live tonight, OG. But yeah, that's some shit way down my list. But I'm black first. I don't get into that bullshit about being patriotic and all that shit. America, listen, I lived it. It's like living you renting a house, right? You know what I mean? You don't own shit. You get what I mean? You just renting. I just rent here in America. I was born here, but I rent here. It's sad that I feel like I'm renting, but hey, but none of this shit means nothing. It's all symbolism too, like being American and shit. Listen, who decides who's American? Like none of this shit. If you really think about it, this ain't nobody cut this. I mean, black people been here before. We've been here. A lot of other races of people been here way before these Europeans came over here and took over the way they did. But nobody. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time of people sitting here making up reality, trying to act like they don't see what reality really is. It's a waste of time. That's why we ain't getting shit done. That's why instead of us progressing, we're going backwards as a so-called country. This shit fucked up, man. This get ready to get even worse. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. People out here sitting out here, the first thing, and I'm gonna say this to a lot of Jewish people out here, right? Don't listen. Don't get out here and I'm not here to defend Whoopi Goldberg because she's a sellout. But don't get out here calling Whoopi Goldberg anti-Semitic and all that fuck shit. Don't do that. The woman said nothing anti-Semitic. She just said that, hey, the Holocaust wasn't about race. It's her opinion, but it's not factual. And I don't even see why people got that upset about it. My honest opinion, she misspoke. Or she did not know. She ain't. Listen, the one thing I noticed about Whoopi Goldberg, and I'm going to say this. This is not to defend Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg has selective history. Okay? A lot of times, Whoopi Goldberg is not somebody that you put on a national platform and people sit there and be like, what she's saying, she delivering right. It sounds good. It makes sense. She sounds intelligent. Whoopi Goldberg doesn't sound like that. Whoopi Goldberg is like, she's sitting there. She's much older than what she is, right? So her brain is not fully working like it usually. It's not as sharp as it used to be, right? So a lot of times she's sitting there, she's speaking on these topics and shit, and they might have went on talking about these things behind the scenes and shit like that. But a lot of times, Whoopi Goldberg is going off the cuff. Okay, like she's not sitting there really thought about what the fuck, or my opinion, really researched it to try to pretend. She's sitting there pretending that she know what's really going on. She don't really know what the fuck be going on. Whoopi Goldberg don't know what the fuck be going on like that. Whoopi Goldberg is rich, and she that's a whole nother atmosphere that she live in, where she's not connected to the people, okay, to the regular folks out here. And she knows she's famous. Listen, man, Whoopi Goldberg she's an old ass stoner, nigga. She get high, nigga. I have the time when Whoopi be talking, I be like, Whoopi high as a bitch. Before she came to work, nigga, she smoked her a nice J and got fucked up. My opinion. But Whoopi Goldberg don't know what the fuck she be talking about. That's why I'm like, when I first heard her say whatever she said, I said, Whoopi don't know what the fuck she talking about. Half the time, Whoopi don't. I ain't think she was gonna get in trouble. She didn't say nothing racist or anti-Semitic. Same shit to me, but Whoopi Goldberg, man, they did that shit. That company did that shit to suspend her because they was getting backlash from the Jewish community. I guarantee you. That's all that is. And let me just say something to the Jewish community. Listen, I ain't saying all of y'all, but a lot of y'all. I see a lot of y'all be out here talking about black issues. And you be saying some shit that you ain't got no business be saying. Stop speaking on us then. If you don't want us to speak on you, don't speak on us. That's what, listen, I'll tell all races that. I don't give a fuck with you, Puerto Rican, Mexican, I don't give a fuck. Gay community, all of y'all. Listen, you don't want us to speak on some of the shit that we don't like about y'all, or we have an opinion about y'all, some certain shit. Don't speak on us. Don't speak on black folks. And I'm gonna tell you how. Let me show you how that being Jewish is not a race. It's Jewish people all around the world of different colors of people. Okay, that is a fucking religion. It is not a race. So I don't know why certain white Europeans think that they could just turn this shit. It's about being a race. That's not a race. Okay, that's not a race. You are European. You're just a different European. That's all you are. You white. Okay, if you want to look at it like that, you want to be blunt about it. You're white. You're not a Jewish. Is not a fucking race. So we can speak on Jewish shit. It ain't our fault that y'all chose to transform religion into somehow that's y'all race. Like, come on with that shit. I keep telling you about religion. Religion is the number one reason why it's a lot of turmoil in the world. People are, listen, a lot of times people they're not even fighting over race. That's like second on the list. The reason that people are fighting and hurting and disrespecting people, right? And it's all this chaos, all this anti-Semitic bullshit. Listen, it's mainly because of religion. People around the world, definitely in this country, they try to take shit and make, oh, I'm a Christian. So what the fuck do that mean? So that means because you're a Christian, I can't criticize your religion? Oh, you Jewish. You believe in Judaism. I can't criticize the Jewish religion? Are you fucking stupid? It ain't our fault that you chose to turn a religion into a whole, like, that's a race. You can't do that. And then these motherfuckers get out here being all sensitive. You can't speak on Judaism. Like, get the fuck out of here. You chose to take a fucking religion and turn it into a race. Who does that? Only white Europeans do shit like that. But they out here, you know, got their panties in a bunch all the time. I'm mad about this. Nick Cannon said this. Fuck out of here, man. It's black Jews around here, Pakistani Jews. There's all types of fucking Jews around here. Mexican Jews. Like, come on, fuck out of here. The fuck are you to take a religion and turn it into a race? If you don't think that's the most arrogant, that's the most arrogant shit I have ever seen in my life. Who does shit like that? White Europeans. The fuck out of here. And I wish you motherfucking Jewish people would come and try to go to YouTube talking about I'm being anti-Semitic. You do all that shit that you want. The truth hurts. The truth hurts. Motherfuckers sit out here, keep playing these motherfucking anti-Semitic games. Listen, man, everything ain't about racism. I told you, a lot of the time this shit is about religion. And these people be sitting here brainwashing people, thinking the rest of us are stupid. There's a lot of stupid people out here that fall for the fuck shit. But it's a lot of people out here that falls for this religious shit. And mind you, I'm not an atheist or no shit like that, but I'm just telling you, these people, none of these religious people have ever seen God a day in their life. God has never talked to these people, ever, nigga. They don't know Moses, nigga. Like, come on. Like, come on, man. They don't even know Jesus. They never seen Jesus before, man. Then they pick and choose in the Bible to split up in different religions and shit. Okay? Like, ain't nobody stupid. I've been around for a long motherfucking time. I researched, I learned, I educated myself. These people be playing games with religion. This is why I'm not religious anymore. Because people play with religion, and you shouldn't play with that shit. They play with politics with that shit. They play with they play with people's lives with that shit. They kill people, they murder and hang people with religion. Think about when they was enslaving black people in this country. They used religion to enslave black people, to rape and murder and sell us. I don't know yet, OG. I don't know if I'm going live yet. I mean tonight. Depends what the fuck time I get out this bitch. But you go back in all of history, nigga, they always use religion to enslave and murder people and mistreat people. That's why I do believe that is a God, is a higher power, and the motherfucking devil exists. Because only the devil fuck around with shit like that. How you just go in the motherfucking Bible and pick and choose what you gonna live by. If you gonna live by the motherfucking religion, live by all of it. But if you read the Bible is very complicated. But the one thing that the Bible tells you is that, hey, man, everybody sin every day, every time of the week. Everybody sins. Your sin, a religious person's sin ain't no different than a sin that I do. It's still a fucking sin. But I'm going to tell you something, what I noticed about a lot of religious people. And I'm going to tell you this. When they commit sins and shit, what they normally do, they go and pray to God, God forgive me, blah, blah, blah. Listen, people, if I ain't forgive myself, how the fuck God going to forgive me for doing what I did? God is in me. I'm created by God. So if I didn't forgive myself, how am I going to ask God to forgive me? What up, brother Bell? These people play with religion all the time. They play with this shit. And they sacrifice people's lives. They murder people. They rape children. All types of shit goes in religion. But these the same people be sitting out this motherfucker acting like, they holier than thou. They better than everybody else, and they ain't shit. Look how religious people get into politics, and now they out this bitch politic and telling people that don't believe in their religion, we need to put prayer back into the school. For who? Who the fuck are you to decide my kid going to pray for a God that I don't got my kid to believe in, or religion? Who the fuck do these people think they are? Then they act like you supposed to be these people supposed to be the spokesman for God. And what I always noticed, listen, I've been around religious people. I used to be very religious people, and I'm telling y'all this, listen, I'm going to explain something to y'all what a lot of people won't say about religious people. right? Not all of them, but a lot of them, right? What they do is they out here trying to recruit people. It's like a cult. Because I know plenty of religious people that don't be out here knocking on people's doors, walking up to people to join churches and shit like that. They just spread. I know people that just go into the community and spread love first and explain the word of God to people, but they ain't out trying to recruit people. They just trying to get people to look at things in a different way. They ain't out here trying to recruit people. Every time I see these religions, listen, it's a place that I used to go to this because I used to live before I got my house. Before it was I used to live in a townhouse before I wanted to buy my house, me and my wife, right? And we used to live in this community and shit. And anytime you would go to the shopping center that was up the street from where we lived at, every motherfucking day or every other day, you'll see these damn religious people out here passing out flyers and shit. And every time I see that shit irritates me because it just, to me, my opinion, what I see, and a part of what I do know, these people just recruiting you to go to a church to donate your motherfucking hard-earned money, and they don't put shit. A lot of these, let me just explain something to you. A lot of these churches do not rebuild in the community anymore. I remember when they used to do that shit. They build shit in the community. They buy stores. They listen. Especially black churches. I remember when the churches, it was some animosity going on with some Chinese people that was living in the community, disrespecting black people. They help us push these motherfuckers out, and they bought this shit. They got with the community and they bought that shit. It used to be a point at a time where the black church, especially for the black church, I can't speak for other races of people in their religion. I remember the black church used to be the backbone of the community. They used to take care of the people. People, I heard it was a black religious person told me a while ago. It's like when you go through the neighborhoods now in the black community, the motherfucking church people are afraid to go in the communities where they live at. And the reason they scared to go in the community is because they've been mistreating the community for a couple of generations, like maybe at least 2 generations, right? I ain't gonna say 2. Yeah, I say 2, but a couple of decades. They've been mistreating the community, but not putting the money they've been asking people to come and put in the community in the little bucket, right? We know that money don't go to God. How the fuck that go to God? God, it wasn't even built on money like that. Like that wasn't his foundation. He used to give back. You get what I'm saying? He used to give back. He'd give you the clothes off his back and shit like that. Build the community. They used to do that. They stopped doing that shit. They start taking advantage. They got these big ass mega churches and shit like that. Ask yourself, why TD Jakes and all them, they live in way different communities than the community they grew up in. They live in a whole new different community. You can go build a big ass mega church in the suburbs in a white neighborhood, but you won't build that big ass church in the motherfucking middle of the hood where you could have took a lot of that money and went back and built the community back up. They don't do that shit. So when religious people tell you they scared to walk around in the black neighborhood, that's because of them. They fucked that up. I remember back in the day, the drug dealers or whatever, they be on the corner and all that other shit. They see the church people coming up, walking through the neighborhood, nigga, you move the fuck out the way. You stop cussing. You stop doing all that fuck shit you was doing. You had respect for those religious black church members. Fuck, they gonna have respect for you when your intention is to recruit them and get their money. You get all that money, you move out the neighborhood. You move out the fucking neighborhood. I haven't seen them do it. They don't even live in the community where the church is anymore. They put the motherfucking church in the middle of the hood. And then they move somewhere out in the motherfucking suburbs with the white folks. Fuck out of here. Ain't nobody respecting religion like that. I wonder why people ain't got no respect. You listen, we all had a part in why especially in our community, why black people don't fucking trust religious people anymore. We all got a part in that. But the religious community sit there all the time and act like they so holy than not. They better than the community. I know a religious dude, very religious guy. He was a deacon at a church. He used to get to church, help him build a business in the community, right? Build the bitch in the community, right? And he used to be there, and motherfuckers used to go in there and try to act a fool in little corner stores, like a little market corner store. And niggas try to go in there and act stupid. And nigga, they knew who deacon was. There was a respect level of the deacon. Nigga, they stop all that nonsense shit. They go in there, order their shit that right. But then they go around the corner with Chinese people, act crazy. It was a level of respect that you have for the religious people in this country. And they chose to lose that. You don't listen. I always keep telling people, you have to give respect. You have to show respect for people to respect you. We all failed these children. We all failed these children. Motherfucking kids don't have no fucking respect for the elders really like that. A lot of these children is because of the fact the elders lost respect for them fucking selves. We out here sitting out here pretending, acting like we better. That's not how that works. You want respect from these. The respect from these children, man. You gotta show them that you give a fuck about them. You can't be out here. Nobody, listen, man. I'm not showing nobody. Listen, man. Loyalty means everything to me. But respect comes first. You gotta have some fucking respect for me. I can't respect you if you ain't got no respect for me. And these kids feel like they ain't being respected. They throw these children under the bus every chance they get. You see them all the time. Anytime that these motherfuckers got these mega churches like that, they don't give a fuck about them children in the hood. They don't give a fuck about these kids. You want to stop the violence? Go all that money you put in, all the millions of dollars you got in that mega church. You tell them you can't take them millions of dollars and go rebuild fucking hoods? Get with them state representatives in that community or whatever. Don't push the motherfuckers out. Be like, hey, we doing things different. We can help y'all out, bring jobs back. They can listen. The backbone used to be the religious community. They don't do it no more. And that's why the kids are like, seem like the kids are real far fucked up. I ain't religious people. I ain't religious no more, but I believe in God. I believe there's a higher power. I ain't ignorant to shit. But I can't support something that I know that don't support us. And I'm never disrespectful to religious people. I always got respect for any and everybody. I don't have to believe in your religion to respect you. It's just sad, man. Got these motherfucking holier than thou religious people, a lot of these Jewish people running around here trying to pretend everybody being anti-Semitic. Listen, nobody, I'm gonna be very honest about it. Ain't no race in this country is getting more mistreated than black people. I'm sorry. In any motherfucking religion or religious group, Jewish community, any other motherfucking race that got a motherfucking problem with that, oh well, I don't give a fuck. Because the motherfucking truth hurts. Don't be walking around here acting like black people being anti-Semitic towards you. Listen, they ain't even our style. They ain't even how we get down like that. I mean, you get the Candace Owens of the world, but we don't fuck with them. And like I said, I keep noticing this. Every time I turn around, it's okay for all of the different races of people or the Jewish community or whatever. They like to sit around here and they can talk about black issues, but we can't talk about them. Or we want to come together and be about black people first. We put out people first. All of a sudden, it's an issue. Oh, you're being racist. You're not being inclusive. Who the fuck said that? You can listen. Jewish community can build shit in their community. They can have a coalition in the government around the world, but ain't nobody questioning them about being inclusive. You think you can be a part of the Jewish community? Hell no. Not like that. Let you try to go date one of their motherfucking daughters or something and see what happens. See how a lot of them get real racist with you. Because you know why? Because they ain't, listen, they're religious Jews, but their race is European. They are white Europeans. And that white supremacy, a lot of them, racism comes out. Date a nice Jewish girl. You ever seen that shit? I know y'all have seen that. Listen, black people, we got our little issues with dating outside our race. I get that. But listen, that's because a lot of America has made us like that. But we still do way better than any race in this country when it comes to being inclusive. We don't like half the time black people don't really give a fuck about who date who. I mean, we care like, damn, dating outside the fuck around that white girl. Like, you get what I mean? But we ain't discriminating against them. We ain't shunning our brothers and sisters because they dating outside our race. Or they can't come back around here. Can't bring that white girl back around here. I mean, we got some black people like that, but there ain't a lot of us like that. We don't give a fuck. You love who the fuck you want to love. The reason that black people ain't really being really like that is because of the fact we know how it feels to be the other. We are the other. All the other races in this country, man, whatever, man. Y'all, a lot of other races, not all of them, but a lot of them pick and choose if they want to be, they want to side with black people or they're going to side with white people. Because a lot of times, a lot of different other races are in between white and black people. And a lot of them pick their side. They fuck around with them white supremacists or they rock with us. That's how they usually be. But white America has made this country like that, made people like that, made them come over and pick and choose. Who's accepted, who's not accepted, who that come from. That's not black people doing. That's white people doing that shit. That have done that shit. One black people was like, oh, you got to come over here and you are other until we say that you can present yourself as white. They go the same thing with a lot of these Italians. If you think these motherfuckers, a lot of these Italian Americans and shit, they talk about their ancestors that got shipped over here on the boats and all that other fuck shit, right? Listen, those people was called Guineas because Guineas meant well in that way of being a nigga, right? But they treated everybody like that. The white people in this country treated every give fuck what race you was. They treated everybody like that back in the day. See, back in the day, that shit was acceptable. What's the dangerous part about this is even dangerous now is that with this is how smart a lot of these white people in this country was back in the day. They was picking and choosing who they would say they consider who could be white, or you gonna be the other, like them niggas. They used to mistreat all of them like that. And then what happened? Once the motherfucking white people pick and choose or let the Italians call themselves white in America, where did they go? They still black culture, but when they get around black people, they still don't like black people. They choose with the white supremacy. So when I see a lot of these Italians and shit, they sit out here, listen, I'm gonna just explain. Italians don't like black people. A lot of them don't. They can't stand us. They territorial, they tribal, just like white people are. You probably get more love going over to where a lot of them Italians come from. If you black, you probably get much more love over there than you will get love from Italian Americans that live here in America. They will treat you horrible here. They want to separate themselves from you here. But over there, they may accept you more over there. What up, LP? They may accept you more over there. That goes for a lot of those white Europeans. That's like a lot of the Spanish people. Like a lot of them motherfuckers, they know they got black in them. But if they light it, they much more lighter and they could, you know, be seen as white, they gonna choose their white side. But that's the one thing I always can say, and that's how a lot, believe it or not, too, a lot of different races of people that come over here, right? But had immigrated over here. A lot of them stuck together when they got here. What happens is white supremacy take over, and they brainwash them and fuck them up and make them choose. That's how they split the Italians up the way they did. That's why the mafia. Listen, the mafia. The reason the mafia even lasted as long as they did is because they owned the cops. They was in those political, and they stuck together when they got here. That was one of the things that you give them their props on. They stuck together when they got over here, and then they figured out that they was. I put it like this: they were smarter than what we were when it came to being criminals. There's no disrespect to all Italians, but this is a fucking fact. This is history for you. They understood the way to survive over here is to do crooked shit. Because the police was crooked, the politicians was crooked. They understood that very, very, very well. The problem with black people is that when we came over here as slaves. Okay? So we got programmed after generation after generation after generation after generation. Even when we helped fight wars, we just wanted to, we wanted not to be slaves anymore. They fucked us up mentally. The Italians, a lot of them came over here, they already had like a unity thing, right? They didn't spend so many generations of being broken. We was here being broken. That's why you see, and I'm going to just explain something. That's why you see a lot of, I ain't going to say all of us, but a lot of black folks, somehow black folks don't know how to act when they get around white people. They feel like they got to fit in and shit. They don't understand how broken that we are. How these motherfuckers, their ancestors broke us. They have no pride. And when you see a lot of them buck dancing, shucking and jiving and shit like that, the Candace Owens or the Whoopi Goldbergs, all of them buck dancing, shucking and jiving. That's because they've been broken. Because it don't feel good to be black in America. Listen, people, we all been broken. The thing is to keep on, accept who the fuck you are. Accept who your people are. Look at the shit that we fought for to be here to even have a voice. We continue. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have more and want the future to be better, but we we don't even appreciate what our ancestors even fucking did. And so a lot of times these motherfuckers get butt broken, and you see them out here buck dancing and cooning and shit. It's because of some fact they've been broken. They didn't watch their aunts and uncles and fathers and mothers and grandparents been butt broken. And as a kid, you see that. That scares you. It's all about breaking. That's what white supremacy has done to black people for generations. So when you see these, this is the problem that bothers me about these other races of people that be sitting here acting like they had it harder than us. You haven't. Your ancestors came over here and you wasn't slaves. You wasn't broken. What you got? Oh, your ancestors came over here, you got mistreated from white people. We've been doing that. I mean, that shit been happening to us. We've been generations of broken, been mistreated. Generation. At least they gave y'all a couple of dollars when y'all got here. We got here, got straight on the ships, and got put straight to work. Got raped and murdered before we even got on the ships. Don't ever fucking compare y'all shit to ours. None of you motherfucking different races of people. Don't ever do that. Don't ever disrespect black people in this country about how you had it better than us. You haven't. We didn't choose to come the fuck over here. Somehow people was here, but a lot of our ancestors, I know where my ancestors come from them shits. We didn't ask to fucking come over here. We didn't choose to come over here. We said, oh, we want to get on the boat. We got bamboozled, thinking that we was coming over here to have a good life. Y'all asses came over here and thought this was so much better for y'all than where the fuck y'all was from. And then you come over here and you side with white supremacy and then act like we your enemy. We ain't your motherfucking enemies. We ain't your motherfucking enemy. The enemy is staring you in the face every time you buck dance and shuck and jive. Sell your soul to. And I need y'all to understand something too. Not saying all, but a lot of those immigrants and shit, a lot of different races of people that the people's immigrants that came over here, a lot of them come from dictatorships. So a lot of them, when they get over here, they don't mind getting under the regime of an American government dictatorship. They don't mind that shit. Hold on. What's up? Stuff like that. I got mine. He trying to give you more. Yeah. Well, anyway, he gave me something. He gave me my paper for the union thing, so I was going to sign. Roland never got back to you on that? Are you in the union? Yeah. Okay. I said, get up. All right, let me finish this podcast. I'll come. Let me finish this real quick. I'll come. I'll meet you over there. All right. Now. All right. She want to take breaks and shit. Motherfuckers always call me want to go take a smoke break and shit. But yeah, people, you know, I ain't gonna be too long on this shit. Listen, man, but don't listen. That's why I say whenever you see and listen, that's why I tell you, man, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You can tell me that I ain't trying to be inclusive or no shit like that. Any other race that knows me know I'm very inclusive and I love people, period. But don't ever let nobody. My whole purpose is for black. When I do this shit, is to get black people to understand that you put black people first. Every other race does that shit. Every other race does that. And we still sit over here and we want to include ourselves in shit instead of being proud of what the fuck
our ancestors built for us, and a lot of these immigrants, a lot of these different races of people, they wouldn't even fucking be here if it wasn't for us. They still wouldn't have rights and certain shit that we have done. We built the fucking country, but a motherfucking Italian to tell you, oh, we built New York. How you think New York got built? You think it was wars and shit? They broke shit down in different states around this country through war. You know what's the most insulting shit I heard an Italian dude say this shit one time, right? Basically said New York Italians did the infrastructure and all that other shit for New York and all that other shit, and in Chicago and all that other shit, right? Listen, people, this is how racist a lot of some of these Italians are, right? And how disregarding and the disrespect that they have for black folks, right? Because they've been trained and raised this way, okay? Because I told you, people ain't born this way. They be raised a certain type of way. Listen, when you break shit down to Italian people, especially the ones that try to pretend they ain't racist and shit like that, right? And they say little fuck shit out their mouth and be like, oh, we built certain shit in New York and we did all this. Listen, you didn't do shit. Okay? You wouldn't have to build any goddamn thing. You wouldn't be over here building a goddamn thing. Why? Listen, I always keep saying this. Don't come over here and start talking down to black people about anything. Because if that's the fucking case, you should have stayed the fuck back in your own country. Your ancestors should. And then if you feel that way, take your ass back to the country that where your ancestors came from. But if you start telling these motherfuckers that, oh, you're being racist, you're being anti-Semitic. No, I'm not. But my thing is, don't sit over here and start talking to black people what you did for us. You did shit for us. Ain't no race in this country did shit for us. We fought for every fucking thing we got. You may have helped out some shit, but you didn't. I mean, sprinkle, some of your people may riding with us, but we started the movement. We fought for freedom. Ain't nobody was over this bitch fighting for freedom like us. These motherfuckers come over here on ships and shit, and they get, and all of a sudden, we supposed to give them some props. You came over here with a couple of dollars. They gave you $3. We ain't had that. Nigga, we was still living out in sheds and shit. Every time we was laying on the grounds and shit. We built our own houses and shit back in slavery days. What is you talking about? We chopped down trees, built our shit with no electricity. What is you talking about? Then when we built Black Wall Street, what happened? They took all our shit out. But to get back to the Italians too, the reason that the fucking the what's the name lasted so long, the mafia lasted long, and a lot of people don't understand this shit, right? What up, Just? Listen, a lot of times they don't understand this shit, right? Well, a lot of people don't understand it. The reason that the mafia lasted as long, they've been shut that shit. That had locked all their ass up a long time ago. Okay? The reason why they lasted so long was because of the simple fact they was doing crooked shit with those politicians and they was in those rooms with them, right? Right? Because everybody was corrupt. I mean, it's corrupt now, but they was even more corrupt back then. They had dirt on fucking fuck is his name? J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover was in the closet. Nobody knew he was gay. Only like his little of his inner circle. You get what I'm saying? A little of his inner circle knew that he was gay. And I don't even think that was a lot of people in his inner circle that actually knew that. right? So people gotta realize that the motherfucking the motherfucking um the mafia would have been got shut down decades ago. They'd have got shut down back before the civil rights movement. Okay, David Benz got shut the fuck down. Okay, so but they had dirt on J. Edgar Hoover, and that's the only reason why they sustained it so long, and they got a little bit of power that they still have now. Don't let these other racist people fool you with that nonsense shit. Just because they had businesses and shit like that, nigga, that shit was they went through the same exact shit. They did a lot of criminal shit to get into the government because the government was corrupt anyway and it was crooked. The white supremacists was running the government. You know them bitches was a bunch of crooks. Get out of here. J.F. Kennedy, all them motherfuckers crooks. The brothers, all of them. All was fucking crooks. Don't let these people fool you, man. Motherfucking these immigrants come over here talking that shit. Man, fuck out of here. That goes for the Jewish community and all that shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Come over here trying to tell black people what we can and can't say and shit. What's offensive? Bitch, we are offended because you motherfuckers had a war over in your own country and you got reparations before black people did. How the fuck is that? And black people we wasn't even free, and we didn't even have no motherfucking rights, and we was out fighting for y'all. And we ain't get nothing. But y'all got reparations. The Jewish people should be riding with black people to get us some reparations. But you see them out here? Nah. They still get benefits to this day to build shit in America. Stop playing. Then they get mad when people say, the Jewish people run Hollywood. Ain't nobody lying. Ain't nobody lying about that shit. Man, listen, man. Don't let these people fool y'all, man. Do y'all history. Do the research on some of these different races of people that sit out here and talk that nonsense shit. They race ain't no better than, they act like they shit better than us. It ain't. Come over here. And then you hear these motherfuckers, they talk about, what about the Africans? Y'all mistreat the Africans. Nigga, we don't mistreat the Africans. The Africans bring their ass over here, not all of them, a lot of our people from Africa, bring their ass over here and start looking down on us. They're like they some old bougie African niggas. That's why back in the day, we used to call them African booty scratchers, nigga. They used to come over here and turn their nose down and look at like they was better than us. Even some Jamaicans do that shit. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. You know, we're talking about y'all got it good over here. I know we ain't got it as good as you think. It's better than where the fuck you came from. Of course you're gonna come over here and act like, oh, y'all got it good over here. Why y'all acting like this? Why y'all doing this, bitch? Anytime I hear that from any of our brothers and sisters that come from other countries, yo, just shut the fuck up and just get in this fight. Because you came over here. A lot of times they do that shit because they don't want to get deported. That shit is, I'm telling y'all. They start selling us out soon as they get over here because they don't want to get deported. Ain't our fault. I'd rather be on the right side and get deported, nigga, than get deported and be on the wrong side. Fuck out of here. Come over here and start telling us what's good, what we got good over here. Listen, listen, I bet it is good to you. You come from somewhere where you the fuck you ran from. How about that shit? That go for any of you motherfucking immigrants that come over here, start telling black people about our shit, how good we got it. Hey, it's better than your shit. I get it. But for us that been here, that actually from here, our ancestors died in this country for us to be where we are, it ain't enough. We still ain't got our 48 acres in a mule that they promised us that we was gonna get. We created Black Wall Street. What they do? They took that shit. We trying to build. We had black businesses, black land. We was doing all our shit. Murdered our motherfucking people. Don't come over here and tell us about nothing. Don't tell us about how good we got it. Why we act the fuck the way we want to act. Do the history about America and how we get mistreated here. Then you talk to us. Stop telling us shit. You don't have no fucking right to say shit. You out here buck dancing and shucking and jiving for these white folks. Stop that shit. You notice a lot of these colored folks do that shit, man. They do a lot of that buck dancing. You over here because you surviving. It look good to you, and you over here because of us. Especially the black people. When we still was in slave slavery, well, segregation was still going on, bitch. You understand. Somehow immigrant brothers and sisters understand this because some of them was here before then. But a lot of them don't. Because of these new black immigrants that come over here talking that shit. Shut the fuck up. Oh, and don't get me started on the Puerto Rican Latino brothers and sisters. Y'all shut the fuck up too. Y'all gotta go back to Puerto Rico. Why the fuck they ain't saying that y'all are part of America? Oh, you only be a part of America when they want you to. The fuck out of here. Bitches always coming over here talking that shit. Trying to tell us about us. Black people, listen, man, listen. Don't let these, listen, don't let all of this is about trying to fuck up our self-esteem. I'm proud to be black. Fuck that. Don't let them fuck with our self-esteem like that. That's all they do. That's all they decided with them motherfucking white folks, and then they sit out here and act like they better than us. You ain't better than us. The reason that you ain't better than us because you still yes a master out that bitch, still kissing ass, selling your soul, selling your own motherfucking heritage out, selling your own people out to be a part of a white supremacy. Who does that? Fuck out of here. Don't tell me nothing about black people. Don't tell me about Chicago. Don't tell me about black community. Don't tell me about shit. You got no motherfucking say in our shit. Then you get mad when then the brother to keep the sheep. I'm sorry fucking that brother name up. He start getting out on you motherfuckers, telling you motherfucking immigrants to shut y'all motherfucking mouth. Start talking about original black people in America. He start telling you motherfucker, oh, you're being racist, you're being divisive. No, he's not. He's telling you the truth. The reason I told you the truth hurt these motherfuckers. The truth hurt them. You ever know when your mother tell you, hey boy, you stink. Remember you little boy, you go stink, take a bath. You feel a certain type. I'm like, damn, man, you gonna tell me I stink? Your heart hurt a little bit. Like your own mom tell you stink. Smell like shit. You get what I mean? The truth hurts. Fuck out of here. You know what? The bad part about it. The bad part about it, the reason they get their feelings hurt so much is because of some fact when you start telling people the motherfucking truth. You start telling them the truth, that's when they get in their feelings and shit. Because I keep telling people over and over again. That shit's sad, man. That shit is sad, sad, sad. I get, I woke up and my spirit was in a weird place because everybody was talking about that Whoopi Goldberg shit, and that shit was fucking with my spirit because Like, I'm not here to defend Whoopi Goldberg. She a fucking sellout. I get less fuck about a sellout. Okay, when I see sellouts and I see some black people selling black people out, I see them bitches as white supremacists. That's why I call them black white supremacists. I ain't no fucking love for Whoopi Goldberg. She done sold her soul a long time ago and sold out our people a long time ago, just like Jim Clyburn and the rest of them motherfuckers. Them old heads, a lot of them old heads been selling us out for generations. And then they got a nerve to come back and start talking down to the youth like they've been helping the youth out for generations. No, you've been living comfortably and been selling your soul for generations now, selling out the young folk of their future because you lost your backbone to keep fighting the fight that Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement that put you in the motion to push this shit, push the agenda for black people, and you forgot because you got comfortable. And when you got comfortable like that, you started siding with these fucking white supremacists because you got a little power. They treat you like a different black nigga. That's all that's about. But my spirit was off because simple fact that I was like, yo, and I know this for a fact that this shit happened. When Whoopi Goldberg said what she said, whatever the fuck she said, she didn't say nothing harsh and disrespectful, or it could have came off as a little misput, or it wasn't intentional that she was trying to be harsh. She misspoke or she meant what she said. That means she uneducated. However you want to look at it, but it wasn't intentional of no harm. But I notice this is what Jewish people do a lot of the time. Okay, some of them do this a lot. They hear their name and they like, oh, that don't sound right, and then they always, oh, you antisocial. Well, motherfucker, you know how many Jewish people I know that been racist to me, and I ain't, you know what I mean? And we should have been trying to cancel culture, you motherfucker. And then she got suspended, and that's what fucked me up about it. I'm not here to defend Whoopi Goldberg. I give a fuck. But they suspended this woman. Like, the fuck you suspended her for? Jewish people be speaking on black people all the motherfucking time. Just leave us the fuck alone. Like, listen, but this is what happened when some of you niggas be sitting out here buck dancing for white people and getting comfortable. Lead them, man, listen. I rarely even talk about the gay community like that until they get out of pocket unless it's some shit about it. I can go either way with that shit. I can always go either way with it. I can say what I'm gonna say, speak my mind about the Jewish, the gay community, get out of pocket, or I could be in protective mode of standing up for the gay community. I'm balanced. I'm fair to this shit. I try not to be on no bias shit. Motherfuckers out of pocket, they wrong. I don't give a fuck if it's my race or any other race. But the problem is that I can't stand that to see that the Jewish, these other races of people, they so quick to jump on black people because they think we being anti-Semitic or whatever the fuck they think. But then what bothered me is that black people, even though I got a problem, I don't fuck with Whoopi Goldberg, but we should have a problem with people trying to gang up on her about some shit she ain't do. She gets suspended for something that she ain't do. I don't give a fuck what they suspended her for. It's bullshit. All the misquoting and shit they do on The View, and it's about the Holocaust. They misquote shit about the slave time with black people all the time in this country. I don't see black people getting outraged like that. And it should be a wake-up call to our motherfucking people is that, hey, man, we better off together than apart. See, the one thing I do respect about other races of people, and this is our Achilles heel in this country when it comes to black people. We are so quick to be divided instead of coming together. Right or wrong. But them motherfucking other races of people, oh, nigga, you say something about nigga, they all ride. They all ride. They together, nigga. They was waiting for this shit. They was waiting to come together. They might fight amongst each other, nigga, but they will get together and they on some shit. But not black people. Not black people in this country. You motherfuckers so quick to Like I said, I'm being fair right now. I don't fuck with Whoopi Goldberg, but Whoopi Goldberg shouldn't have got suspended. But that's her fucking fault too, as well. That's her nigga call. Hopefully she learned. But I guarantee you, she don't. She won't, because a simple fact, Whoopi Goldberg been selling black people out for the last couple of decades now, nigga. And that's what's the most disturbing part about it is. That's why I don't defend Coons. I'm not defending. Don't get it to it. I ain't defending Whoopi Goldberg. Okay, let's talk about Whoopi Goldberg. It's just the principle of the shit. They did the same exact shit to Nick Cannon, nigga. I don't like that shit. Think about that shit. Something happened at one of them churches, them rabbi churches or whatever they little churches and shit they got going on, them white supremacy. Because let me explain something to you. You've never seen black people go and bomb their churches and none of that shit. But a lot of those Jewish people get out here, get to talking greasy about black people. Call on all type of niggas. Listen, don't play no games with me, some of you Jewish people. Don't think I'm stupid. I knew some racist Jewish people. I know how some of you motherfuckers are. But they shit get bombed. Did you never seen black people go bomb they shit up, try to kill them and none of that shit? Well, who be doing it? White supremacists do. But they still side with them motherfuckers. But when they shit get bombed up from the white supremacists, who out there riding with them? Black people. Fuck out of here. Shit was going on with the first thing. Same thing go with the Chinese people. First thing happened. Trump and them started talking about the Kung Fu virus. It comes from China. Who was fucking the Chinese people up first? It was white boys. They was out here fucking them Chinese people up. Oh, they get one video of a brother hitting one of them. It's the brother's fault. It be the main. You see all the black people, all the commentating people on TV. The black people coming out defending the Chinese people. You see the white people, the Trump supporters, they was out there, yeah, the Kung Fu and all that shit. And let me just say something too, and I want to get this off my chest. This got the China map. Listen to me, motherfucker. Listen, because you grew up in our culture doesn't mean that it's your culture. You are a visitor, nigga. See, the tone of your voice, it's like if we had to tell some of these white boys about hip-hop or even our culture where we grew up in. I don't give a fuck how many black people you hung out with. All black people don't fuck with you. Okay? Why won't you go and why you get raised in your own culture? Don't listen, I ain't like that shit what he did with 10 Toes Down. I don't like that shit. I understood his respective of it, but nigga, he was arguing about it. Like, nigga, we don't have to accept you. We accepted you. Understand that. This ain't your culture. You are a visitor, nigga. You are a visitor. That's like black people going over and you know you grew up in a Chinese culture and shit. This is my culture. That ain't your fucking culture. You just got raised in it. You are a visitor, nigga. I don't give a fuck how many black dudes you went to jail with and fought with. I don't give a fuck. You think that's our culture? That ain't all our culture, nigga. You been to jail with some black niggas. You hung the street, shot, sold drugs. That's your culture. You think that's what black people culture? That's insulting to me. That don't make the black community culture. What the fuck are you talking about? I told you the fucked up mind state that some of these people have acting like jail is popular. That jail is the new modern day slavery, nigga. And I don't know why people be sitting out here glorifying jail. I don't know why. Being a motherfucking slave is nothing to glorify. That's all you are. When you go in that bitch, they put you in any of them ugly ass suits, them goddamn jail nursing suits. That's basically what they is, and give you a number. You are nobody. You are a slave. Dumbass. Sitting out here, people are still sitting out here glorifying fucking jail. Well, I've been in jail with some black brothers, and I was helping black brothers out. Black brothers, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Nigga, if you think that's what black culture is, nigga, suck my dick. Out of that shit. Try to match, shut the fuck up. I told you, I don't even like other races of people trying to act black. I don't even like that shit. And I'm gonna say this shit once again for all you motherfucking different races of people that come into black communities and you grew up around black people and all that other fuck shit that you like to say and do and shit, and you act like you they don't. There's certain black people that allow you to do certain shit and say certain shit. You can't go in every community with different black people, a different state of people, a different culture. I mean, different types of, listen, we got different cultures of black people here. We all want under one umbrella, but we got different cultures. There's different shit about black people in this country. It depends where you live around in the region of America. You can't go everywhere. I can't go to LA. I'm a Baltimore City nigga, man. I can't go to LA and act the same way I act in Baltimore. Act in LA. How I act in Baltimore, go out there to LA, it's different. That shit is different there. Can't go to Louisiana, Chicago, a lot of these places. You can't go certain places like that. I don't know why people keep acting like this shit is the same. It's not. So to that go to all the different races of people. Don't be acting like because you certain black people let you get away with certain shit of how you talk, how you act. Like that shit cool. You can think you can go to any other motherfucking hood around in any other black neighborhood like that. Man, you get your ass killed. Fucking around. Stop playing games like that, man. And the bad part about it, people, listen, I'm mad at these motherfuckers, but I'm mad at our people because we keep allowing these motherfuckers to keep. That's disrespecting me. Acting like that's only our culture is jail. Well, I was in there with some black. I don't give a fuck. What are you proud about that for? You was helping some black brothers out in jail. So what? Talk about the shit that you doing in the black community. I don't give a fuck about what you did in jail to defend black people. Fuck out of here, nigga. That ain't our culture. Jail ain't our culture. I don't give a fuck how many niggas locked up. Fuck out of here. Niggas kill me with that shit. Niggas glorifying jail. Nigga, stop glorifying that dumbass shit. And letting other people act like that's our culture. That ain't our culture, nigga. We be proud of the wrong shit. The shit that we should be proud of, we ain't proud of. We ignore it. I do not like that shit, man. I don't like how we be being portrayed. I don't like how people take advantage of our people. I don't like that shit. That shit is so irritating, man. I told you, I woke up, my spirit wasn't right. My spirit wasn't feeling this shit. I was like, yo, these motherfuckers, they in this country, these other different races of people, even some of these white people, not all the races of people, but some of these motherfuckers, man, they had no respect for black people. But a lot of this shit be on us. Like I said, I ain't gonna just keep blaming all that shit on them because I take responsibility for my people for what we keep allowing. Like we keep allowing this shit. You don't allow people to do this type of shit to you and act like it's okay. It's not. Shit is not cool, man. We get mistreated because in fact we kind of allow this shit for motherfuckers to continue to mistreat us like this. This shit bullshit. That's why I move the way I move. That's why I talk the way I talk. I don't let nobody dictate me who the fuck what my culture is, who my people are. I won't allow nobody to do no shit like that. Listen, if you ain't black, you don't know me like that. That's just a fucking fact. You don't know what the black experience. I don't give a fuck if you grew up in our neighborhood or not. I don't give a fuck. You ain't black. Don't tell me about being black. Don't tell me about my fucking culture. You don't know shit about my culture. What up, Rick James? I mean, Rick J. I said Rick James. Rick J. Tell me about my motherfucking culture. You don't know shit about my motherfucking culture. You don't know shit about being black. I don't even know why people be trying to be sitting there allowing people, white people, whoever the fuck type of race it is, they ain't black. They can't tell you about shit. Half the time, somehow black people don't even know fuck about our own fucking culture. They ignorant to the shit. Shit, if I know, that's why I say the shit I say, because I know somehow black people that don't know shit about the culture. They misinformed about our culture. So why the fuck would I allow any race outside of black people to tell me about my people or disrespect my people? Some of us are misinformed out this bitch. Woke up, spirit was wrong, people. Spirit was wrong. Spirit was on some other shit. I just ain't feel. I felt disrespected as a black person today. Motherfuckers sitting out here playing these motherfucking political games and all this culture war shit and all that shit, and don't know shit about black people. Know nothing. Get their panties in the bunch. They all mad over some old fuck shit that ain't even racist or anti-Semitic or whatever the fuck they new words they want to make up. They want to play culture wars and shit with black people. I don't play culture wars. I don't play games, nigga. This ain't Monopoly, nigga. I ain't playing the PlayStation. This is about life. Motherfuckers sitting out here playing with people's lives and shit, playing culture. People play culture wars and they don't understand they playing with people's lives and shit. Playing politics. And they out here playing with people's lives and shit. It's real to me out here in the field. I don't know where the fuck these motherfuckers think. I don't know what fuck type of shit these fuck motherfuckers on. But this shit real to me. I ain't black. I ain't black some of the time. I ain't black half of the time. I ain't black. I ain't black part-time or 90% or 95%. Motherfucker, I'm black 100% of the motherfucking time. I'm black all the time. My black skin don't wash off when I get in the shower. This shit real out here. And motherfuckers be sitting out here playing these games, playing these culture wars with black people. I don't got time to play those games. I ain't that type of black person to play these games. You motherfuckers want to entertain, throw blackface on and shit, try to pretend you're black. I ain't got time for that. I ain't sitting out here thinking, oh, let me put some do my eyes Chinese, or let me try to bleach my skin, or let me put some white shit on me to look white. I ain't trying to do that. I'm gonna be black all day, every day. Because I can't, like I said, I can't get in the shower and wash this blackness off. Only can wash the germs off. That's it. From all you buck dancing, bonanza ass Negroes, and all you white supremacists out there. I gotta wash y'all motherfucking y'all dirty aura off of me. With y'all dirty germs off of me. You dirty bastards. Sitting out here playing with black people. Don't play with the listen, man. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened to somehow black. I don't know where y'all pride went. Some of you black folks, where y'all pride went. But y'all look, a lot of y'all look weak out here, man. How you gonna get somebody to understand something about black people when you don't even understand your motherfucking, you don't even understand your motherfucking selves. Don't even understand your own culture. And you're sitting out here pretending, shucking and jiving for these white folks to make them feel comfortable. I ain't trying to make nobody feel comfortable about shit. I keep telling y'all, the main shit that always happen, the reason these motherfuckers be uncomfortable around black people is because of the simple fact is that when you start telling the truth about shit, it make people uncomfortable. They getting their feelings and shit like that when you say certain shit. It's because some of fact is a lot of the shit is facts. They don't like the truth. They don't like facts. These motherfuckers been, a lot of people, especially in this country, a lot of motherfuckers been brainwashed to live in fake ass realities, pretending we all one and we all American and all that other fuck shit. It's all lies. Stop pretending. Stop allowing these people to make you pretend like this shit is actually real. It's not real. You know what the fuck goes on. A lot of people, you know what the fuck goes on when you walk out your door. You know when you go in these stores, go to your job, take your kids to school, just walk in the fucking street. You know how the fuck we be treated. You know how the looks we get. You feel the energy of these motherfucking racists and some of these sellout ass minorities. Stop pretending that this shit doesn't exist. And this ain't race baiting. This ain't none of that. This is reality. If you black and you know what the fuck I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking, you know what's going on here. They're trying to have us living in this make-believe fucking world. It's make-believe. We the only race in this country that I know for a fact a lot of us walk out our door and be like, well, we see the police, our heartbeat. A lot of us we at our jobs and shit like that, knowing that we gotta keep our job. We sitting there letting our white boss sit there and say little racist shit out their mouth, little stereotypes and shit, and we gotta laugh it off. Y'all know the energy. This shit is out here. Stop allowing these people to try to make it like it don't happen. Listen, nobody's saying this shit happen all the time for one person. But it's happening to black people every day, every minute of the day. Some racist shit going on here. It's just a fucking fact. Our children get mistreated in school by these white supremacists. They calling children niggas. Mistreating our children. When we gonna be enough of that shit, nigga? When you listen, man. I don't give a man. When I finally figured out that they was mistreating our children, and I was done. I was done trying to get along. I was done saying I don't want no. I came straight out. I don't want no new white friends. I don't want no new friends like that at all. If we wind up becoming, I don't have. First of all, I don't have friends. I have associates. I have people I socialize with. But if you rock with me, we family. That's how I look at that shit. I don't have friends. Fuck out of here. Like I said, man, motherfuckers can't half-ass do this shit. You gotta be true to this shit. You gotta do this shit. You gotta live this shit. That's why listen, I tell you, a lot of times people, I don't walk around with fear. I ain't saying I don't never fear nothing, but I'm just saying I don't walk around with certain types of fears that people have. Because I ain't got time for the fuck shit. You ain't gonna just mistreat me and think that shit is gonna be okay. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna sit there and watch and videotape some shit while my people being mistreated in front of my motherfucking face. That ain't happening. I'm not doing that shit. That shit don't work. Look at all the shit, all the videos you see of black people being mistreated. Have anything changed? No, you still get the same fucking videos every day or every other day of black people being mistreated in the country. But motherfuckers sitting there, they say, just record it. Yeah, okay. There was some shit that my wife said to me the other day, and I'm getting out of here with this. Some shit that my wife said to me the other day. She said, there's a lot of cops getting killed out here. I said, hey, it's karma. Don't wish it on them, but hey, I don't wish death on nobody. It's karma. And I told y'all back in the 90s when I was growing up, these cops used to be beating on black people in the community, man. A lot of those cops got killed. We didn't play that shit down here. Think about what happened when that shit happened to Freddie Gray down here. I simply told niggas before that. I said, yo, if that shit get caught on camera down here, not saying it wasn't happening down here, because a lot of that shit wasn't getting recorded. But I said, if that shit got recorded, something like that happened down here like that in B-More, watch what happened. And we tore this bitch up. Motherfuckers, man, they had the motherfucking National Guard down in this bitch, nigga, tanks all in the street for weeks. Because I'm going to tell you why what happened, because you seen gang niggas get together. See, down here in B-More, it's a difference. And it's a different mind state. I tell niggas about this. That's why I love my city as much as all the fuck shit that go on. But I love my city for this one thing, especially when it comes to my people. Listen, one thing that we don't like down here is police. We don't trust police. We don't give a fuck what color skin they are. We know who the fuck our enemies are. We know who our enemies are. And when them motherfuckers did that, them police was scared as shit. They had to bring in the National Guard in, nigga. It was too much. That was too much. We shut shit down. There wasn't no more Oreo games. None of that shit was going on down here. We shut all that shit down. Everything that was going on down in the harbor, we shut that shit down. You couldn't move around the city like that when that Freddie Gray shit happened. When them white supremacists from outside of the city came down for the Oreo game and started trying to be on some racist shit, we wound up beating the fuck out them bitches, and them bitches ain't never come back down this motherfucker. We shut that shit down. We shut that shit down. We shut shit down. We don't move like other states and see how these niggas be sitting out here letting these police doing that fuck shit. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's why I be saying about the unity of our people and shit like that. Listen, it's different down here. That's why I move a certain type of way. That's why I think the way I think. But the niggas down here in Baltimore, we think different. That's why I don't like that sucker shit that I see a lot of our black people. I come from niggas that get busy, man. We ain't got time to be sitting around playing with people. All right, people, I'm up out of here. Hopefully I do a live stream tonight. Y'all will know I'll be on live stream later on tonight if y'all know. Leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy. It's your boy Kenny, man. Peace and love to the world. And make sure you guys donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real and donate to the channel.